Welcome to Academic Gain Tutorials. In this video, we will discuss about how to set up a wheat flour milling business with costing and ROI calculation, step by step. First, let's understand the business idea. A wheat flour milling business buys raw wheat, cleans it, conditions it, mills it, sieves it, packs it, and sells the finished flour in the market. The main products can include atta, wheat flour, semolina, fine flour, bran, and feed material depending on the machine setup. These products can be sold to households, retailers, wholesalers, bakeries, restaurants, food factories, and institutional buyers. Next, before starting the business, market research is very important. You need to identify local flour demand, competitor pricing, customer preferences, and available wheat suppliers. You should also check whether your target market prefers packaged flour, loose flour, atta, maida, or bakery-grade flour. This helps you decide your product mix, production capacity, and pricing strategy. Then, prepare a proper business plan. In this plan, define your investment amount, production capacity, target buyers, machinery requirement, sales strategy, working capital, and expected profit. After that, complete registration and licenses such as trade license, food safety approval, tax or VAT registration, factory permission, and environmental clearance if required in your country. Now, select a suitable location. The location should have easy access to wheat suppliers, transport facilities, electricity, water supply, storage space, and nearby markets. A good location reduces transportation cost and helps smooth delivery to retailers, bakeries, and wholesalers. After selecting the location, set up the building layout properly. You need separate areas for raw wheat storage, cleaning section, milling zone, packing room, finished goods store, office, and loading area. Proper ventilation, hygiene, dust control, and lighting are also very important because flour production needs a clean and safe working environment. Next, buy the required machinery. A small to medium wheat flour milling unit may need a wheat cleaner, detoner, conditioning machine, roller mill or flour mill, plant sifter or sieve, purifier or grating machine, mixer if needed, weighing scale, and sealing or packaging machine. Machine quality is very important because it affects flour quality, recovery rate, production speed, and maintenance cost. After that, arrange utilities such as electricity connection, generator backup, water supply, dust control system, ventilation, and lighting. Then, hire staff such as machine operators, helpers, packers, supervisor, accountant, and sales support. Skilled operators can reduce wastage, improve machine efficiency, and maintain consistent flour quality. Now, before full production, start trial production. During trial production, test flour quality, yield percentage, wastage level, machine performance, packaging strength, and customer feedback. If the quality is not stable, adjust the machine settings and production process before starting regular sales. Then, focus on sales and distribution. You can sell flour to wholesalers, retailers, bakeries, supermarkets, restaurants, and direct consumers. If you create your own branded packaged flour, you can build trust and get better profit margins. You can also sell in bulk bags for bakery and industrial buyers. Now, let's understand the basic process flow. First, wheat is purchased from farmers, traders, or suppliers. Then it goes through cleaning to remove dust and impurities. After that, detoning removes stones and heavy particles. Next, conditioning adds controlled moisture to prepare wheat for milling. Then milling breaks the wheat and separates flour from bran. After milling, sieving and grating separate fine flour, coarse particles, and bran. Finally, the flour is weighed, packed, sealed, stored, and delivered to customers. Now let's look at the estimated startup cost for a small unit. Land or advance rent deposit may cost around $7,000. Shed or building preparation may cost around $14,000. The wheat flour milling machine line may cost around $35,000. Packaging machine and sealing tools may cost around $7,000. Weighing scales and testing equipment may cost around $2,500. Generator and electrical setup may cost around $8,000. Storage bins, pallets, and racks may cost around $4,000. Delivery van or local transport support may cost around $8,000. Registration, licenses, and consulting may cost around $2,500. Furniture, office, and computer may cost around $2,000. Initial raw material stock may cost around $20,000, and working capital reserve may cost around $10,000. So, the total estimated startup cost becomes around $120,000. However, these figures are sample estimates. Actual cost can vary depending on country, rent, machine quality, production capacity, electricity cost, raw material price, and packaging standard. Next, let's calculate the monthly operating cost. Wheat or raw material purchase may cost around $28,000 per month. Salaries and wages may cost around $5,000. Electricity and fuel may cost around $2,400. Packaging materials may cost around $2,300. Transport and delivery may cost around $1,400. Maintenance and repairs may cost around $900. Rent, admin, and miscellaneous expenses may cost around $2,000. So, total monthly operating cost becomes around $42,000. Now, let's calculate production and sales. Suppose the business processes 60 tons of raw wheat per month. If flour recovery is around 75%, finished flour output will be around 45 tons. If the average selling price of packaged flour is $1,100 per ton, revenue from flour sales will be around $49,500. In addition, byproducts like bran and feed material may generate around $4,500. So, total monthly revenue becomes around $54,000. After that, we calculate profit. Monthly revenue is $54,000, and monthly operating cost is $42,000. Therefore, monthly net profit is $12,000. Annual net profit will be $12,000 multiplied by 12, which equals $144,000. Now, let's calculate ROI. The formula is annual net profit divided by total startup cost, multiplied by 100. So, ROI equals 144,000 divided by 120,000, multiplied by 100. This gives an estimated ROI of 120%. Next, let's calculate the payback period. The formula is total startup cost divided by monthly net profit. So, $120,000 divided by $12,000 equals 10 months. This means the business can recover its initial investment in around 10 months if sales and cost assumptions are achieved. To improve profit, buy wheat during the harvest season when prices are lower. Also, reduce wastage through proper cleaning and machine setting. Then, build a branded flour line for better margins. In addition, sell byproducts like bran for extra income. Maintain consistent flour quality and packaging, and build strong dealer, bakery, and retailer networks. However, there are also some challenges and risks. Wheat prices may fluctuate. Moisture and storage problems can cause quality loss. Machine downtime can reduce production. Quality inconsistency can damage customer trust. Market competition can reduce margins, and packaging cost may increase over time. So, in conclusion, a wheat flour milling business can be profitable when raw material sourcing, machine efficiency, quality control, packaging, and distribution are managed properly. With proper planning, smart pricing, byproduct utilization, and strong customer networks, this business can generate steady cash flow and achieve a reasonable payback period. If this short video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.